What it do, peeps? It's the Beat Shuffle and watch the damn tape. Hit that like, that share, that subscribe button. Hit that bell to get notified when I drop my next video. To my new subscribers, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the show. I hope you get something out of the content. To my day ones, thank you for helping me build this platform and continue this WNBA conversation. Seattle Storm traveled to Indiana to play the Fever. This was basically a playoff game. Seattle coming in as a 6 seed, Fever in the 8th spot, clinging to a playoff spot. They got Los Angeles on their heels. They play Los Angeles Friday. This was basically a must-win game. And with that being said, they played like it. And they need to continue to play like it and carry this momentum into the playoffs if they make it. And they really need to use this for next season to build upon. In particular, Aliyah Boston. If Aliyah Boston did anything right this season, she needs to take this tape of this game. And this is the game Aliyah Boston should have. If they play 44 games, she need to have 30 plus games of playing like this. Physically, the size, and she's gifted. Aliyah Boston hit 6 points in the mid-range. I mean, some nice jumpers. She had 1 3. But Aliyah Boston got in that paint early. They established Aliyah Boston early. She got touches, and Aliyah Boston was facilitating. And they were playing defense. It all started in the first quarter. They set the tone for the entire game, the first quarter. It wasn't any of that, let's shoot a three, everybody get into the 3 game. No, they were getting into the paint game. It was the red target, and it was early. They were getting to that basket. They made a point that they were going to get to that basket. They specifically targeted Nneka Ungawai, which was hilarious because she's the union president. And it seemed like they were taking some CBA talks out on her, which rightfully so, going at her, made her look bad at times. Around the 7-minute mark, very scary moment. Lexi Hull collides with Gabby Williams. Gabby Williams' whole head clocked Lexi Hull. I mean, right on the side of her face, and Lexi Hull went down. They were down for a while. Lexi Hull goes to the locker room. She comes back around the 8-minute mark, so she missed basically an entire quarter of basketball. And shout out to Ken Swift for that picture. That's what I used for my thumbnail. Lexi Hull's a warrior. She came back in, face kind of bruised. I'm pretty sure it's swole today. Defense, active. They were active early. If they weren't getting steals, they were getting block shots. They were getting their hands on balls, jumping in passing lanes, actually communicating and talking. That's basically what fueled this win, was the defense. One of the few games they've had this season where they scored over 20 in every quarter. And this one was pivotal. Even in the fourth, when they took the starters out around the 4-minute mark, they were dominant throughout. After halftime, that third quarter with Indiana this season, it's usually been an up and down affair. They put their foot on the throats of Seattle and choked them out completely. One thing about Indiana this game, rebounding. They got on the boards. There was 1-shot possessions for the Storm. It was like if the Storm missed the shot, Indiana was getting the rebound, and that was it. And it was a lot of that tonight. A ton. 42 rebounds. I mean, outrageous. Assist totals, like I said, everything was facilitated through Aliyah Boston. And like I said in a couple games before this, you can let Kelsey Mitchell score all you want to as long as you stop Howard and Boston. And tonight, they did not stop Boston. Boston was a nightmare. Even with them having an all-star center uh, in Izzy Igabor, she was going at them. She was dogging Dominique Malonga. Dominique Malonga, the last 3 games, had been averaging 18 points a game, had really been coming on in her rookie season, had really started to make strides. They made Dominique Malonga look like a rookie. That was huge, especially being 6'6", the tallest player on the court for both teams. Made her look regular, made Izzy look regular, made Nneka work. Nneka had to work for her points, and they made her expend energy on the defensive side. They dominated Seattle. They dominated Seattle in Seattle with Caitlin Clark, but they really took them to the woodshed tonight. And they really showed what they can be when they focus on defense. That was the thing about this game. It was defense. Defense fueled everything. Transition baskets. They got the easy baskets. It was like the Minnesota game. A lot of the baskets came easy. There was a lot of layups. Odyssey Sims played very well. Very well. Shot well from the 3. And then that was another thing. They didn't really miss a lot of 3s. They didn't really take a lot of 3s until late. Damaris Dantas and Shea Petty, they took some 3s in the 4th. But other than that, it was quite efficient from the 3. And it was good to see. Get in that paint and make them suffer. Get to that free throw line. Get them in the penalty, which they did almost every quarter, shooting free throws. It's amazing. You don't mention the refs, because the refs, it was a pretty decent refereed game, officiated wise. When you're hitting shots, the refs don't matter. That's the cure to WNBA officiating. Shoot them out the game. And that's what Indiana did. Make them call the calls, get to that free throw line, but they made shots. If you look at the shot chart, it's green, and it's all inside that protected cylinder. They were at that rim. They were hitting shots. They need to take this same blueprint when they play Los Angeles, which is basically another playoff game. Luckily, Los Angeles lost tonight to Phoenix. That helps them out a bunch. But you got 2 playoff games to finish off this month. Los Angeles, and you got Golden State on Sunday. But this was a quality win. Like I said, they blueprint. They need to take this and use this blueprint. I mean, they dominated. 52 points in the paint. Biggest lead was 32. You shut down the core of their offense. Had them shooting terrible tonight. You shut down the Nneka. You shut down Dickens. Everybody. The only 2 players that even shot a high percentage was Brittany Sykes and Nneka Ungwai, and that was it. And it wasn't even to the point where it even bothered you. Nneka, 7 of 11, had 17 points. Gabby Williams, like I said earlier, she got hit in the collided with Lexi Hull, but she only shot 1 for 5. 2 points. Izzy Megabor, 8 points. Skylar Diggins, 6 points. I mean, just a pedestrian game. Only shot 3 times. Had a lot of assists. Brittany Sykes, which is probably their most athletic get to the rack guard, she shot 4 of 8, had 12 points. Even when Brittany Sykes was trying to get downhill and got some shots, got an and one in the game, it never. They got close a couple times around the 6 points, and every time the Fever would lock down defensively and extend that lead to 10. And once they got it at 10, they got it at 10 a couple times, and then they just unleashed defense. And the lead just grew and grew, especially in that third quarter. It was a dominant third quarter. Like I said, the bench, Mackenzie Holmes, she came in 4 points. Dominique Malonga, who had been averaging 18, only had 8 points. Erica Wheeler shot terribly. 2 of 10, 6 points. Tiffany Mitchell with 5. Lexi Brown and Zia Cook came in scrub time with 2 points and 5 points. They shot 47%, shot 35% from 3, 73% from the free throw line. They were trying to shoot threes. They were trying to get back in the game any way they could, and it didn't matter. That's what had them rebound numbers looking crazy for Indiana. One shot possessions, and Indiana was doing the Minnesota death by 1,000 cuts. Every time you shoot that three, we're gonna go down and hit you with this deuce, and we're gonna keep hitting you with that deuce over and over, getting twos. Natasha Howard got a chance to actually rest. 22 minutes, only had 6 points. But like I said, Aliyah Boston, if you can, Aliyah Boston, 27 points in 27 minutes, putting in work. That's what you want to see from Boston. You don't want to see the soft Aliyah Boston. You want to see the Red Hulk. And this one was an efficient Red Hulk, had 9 rebounds, had 3 assists, and had 2 steals. Fill the stat sheet up. Odyssey Sims balled out. Hit a prayer three, but she was 3 or 4 from 3. She has a weird 3-point shot. It's almost like she has to put her whole body into shooting, but she made that thing tonight, 22 points in 28 minutes. I thought Kelsey Mitchell, besides the assist totals, I didn't agree with Debbie Antonelli saying that she don't need to facilitate. Yeah, she needs to be a dual threat. That's what makes her game a whole lot better. Scoring close to 30 and you're losing, nah. The threat of her dishing to somebody else and dishing to Boston is what made Kelsey Mitchell killer in this offense. 8 of 15, 30 minutes, had 21 points, 2 assists, 1 steal. Lexi Hull, 23 minutes, 2 of 3, 5 points, defense, 9 rebounds, playing their better players on Seattle and locking them up, making them people disappear. Lexi Hull got back to the Lexi Hull from June and early July when she got inserted into the starting lineup and started flexing that muscle defensively. Lexi Hull got back to that Lexi. Excuse me. Domiris Doncic, 13 minutes, 4 points. I do not like Domiris Doncic. Debbie Antonelli even said it during the game. Man, when she comes in the game, she's going to shoot a 3-pointer. Flat shot. Dead shot. Like she has no legs. No legs. Flat shot. And she's going to give up a basket as soon as she shoots a shot, makes an attempt. You can guarantee the next possession she's going to give up a score. And she did that this game and last game every time off a 3. Breonna Turner, 4 points, 18 minutes. She had a monster engulfing block on Dominique Malonga. Real impressive. Michaela Timpson, she had zeros on the stat sheet up until the 4-minute mark, and I was still wondering why they aren't playing this rookie. They're still playing Aerial Powers over Michaela Timpson. Aerial Powers, 20 minutes, 2 points. Michaela Timpson had 2 points. And Shea Petty, 15 minutes, had 2 points. But it was a good overall win for the Fever. They needed. Looking forward to that game against LA. Looking real forward to that. For the most of the game, they shot well in the 50%. It was around 52 late in the fourth quarter, but it ended up being 50 with a couple shots. But 41% from the 3, 80% from the free throw line. But they dominated. Rebounds, 42, 22 assists, only had 11 turnovers. That's what I'm saying. Efficient team basketball. They need to clip this tape up, and they need to duplicate this, especially against a super athletic Los Angeles Sparks team. It's a must win every game pretty much until they clinch a spot, because it's still open, it's still fluid. They can go from 6, 7, 8 in a blink. But this was a good win against a quality team. Let me know your thoughts. Leave your comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.